Welcome to another piano tutorial quickie. Great old gospel tune today, Standing in the Need of Prayer. I'll do an interpretation first. I'm going to do a couple of interpretations because I'd like to show you the difference between playing a song as written on the sheet music and then adding in your own interpretation, your own flavour, your own feeling, your own creativity on top of what's on the sheet music to enhance your performance even further. Here's the straight one first. And here's my more gospel-y, oomphy performance. Remember, sheet music is just a place to start. Have a look at the music, have a look at the notes, the dynamics, interpret everything that's on the page, and add the icing on the cake by putting your own interpretation and your own feeling into the music that's on the page. Let's have a look at that music on the page. Here's the first line. You can see that we've got the treble and bass clef and we're counting 4 beats in a bar. There's no key signature, no sharps and flats, and as we're starting on a C chord, it would seem to me that this little piece is in the key of C major. Here's the right hand starting on beat 4 with a little pickup note, third finger on that E. 4, 1, 2, 3, then on beat 4 another E. In the next bar, E on beat 1, D on beat 2, middle C, 3, 4. Then we've got our quavers again. Remember, they're worth half a beat. All those middle C's are going to be played 1 and 2 and then D on beat 3, another D on beat 4, and then in our last bar we've got E, dotted minim held for 3 beats, 1, 2, 3, and then another E on beat 4. I'll play that again. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look at the dynamics. You can see that it's starting with an MF, so we're starting moderately loud. We've got a crescendo, which means getting to gradually louder, and finishing off that line quite deep or quite loud. I'll put the dynamic in this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and crescendo, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look at the left hand. A few chords in the left hand, so we want them to sound underneath or be supporting our right hand, which has the melody and should be a bit deeper. Nothing for the pickup note or beat 1. Then we've got a C chord on beat 2, 2, another one on beat 3, and then a rest. In the next bar we've got C, E, G again. Then we're moving our little finger to the B, playing F with our second finger and keeping our thumb on G to play this G7 chord on beat 2, and then back to C chord. That second bar movement is this 1 and 2 and 3, 4. In the next bar we've got a C chord, 1, 2 beats, and then back to this G7 chord for 3, 4, and then the final bar, 1, 2, 3, and then a rest. I'll do that line again. Nothing on the pickup note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I'll put it together nice and slowly. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's quite a bit happening in that bar, so you'll probably need to practice all that hand coordination movement quite a lot before it comes together. Let's have a look at the next bar. Here's the right hand, starting on E on beat 1, 1 and 2 and 3, another E on beat 4, then in the next bar E, D on beat 2, middle C on beat 3 and 4, and then in our next bar all those quavers again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got a decrescendo at the end, so we should get a bit softer. I'll play that line again with the decrescendo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. And there's no 4 because the 4 or the rest of that bar is beat 1 on our pickup note, or beat 4 that follows in the next line. Let's have a look at the left hand, same sort of chords again, nothing on beat 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, back to the G7 and then the C, what we did before, then the next line, 1, 2, same as above, 3, 4, a little bit different here, C, then we're going to play F and A with our second finger and our thumb, it's a little F chord, and then back to the C. I'll play that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's put that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. You'll see at the end of that line we've got the word fine, which means end or come to an end. That will make more sense in a moment. Let's have a look at the next line. We're starting on beat 4 and that second note is a D sharp. Remember, there's the D. A sharp written in front of a note means we have to raise it a semitone or play the note that's immediately above it. So we've got our 4 and if you have a look in the next bar, we've got E and D sharp again, 1 and 2 and. All those Ds that follow in the next bar are also D sharps. Because that is an accidental or a sharp that's not included in the key signature, what do I mean by that? This key is in C major, only white notes, but composers can write black notes into their tune if they want to, which means that we've got a D sharp in this song. Now that sharp isn't included in the key signature. It's not a note that you'd normally find in a C major scale. So it's called an accidental. And accidentals last for the whole bar in which they're written. So all those D notes that follow are also D sharps. But to cut down on clutter in our written music, none of those sharps are actually written in. It's just implied. Once we get over the bar line though, that sharp doesn't apply anymore. And the D in the second bar is just a normal D. I'll play those first two bars again. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and normal D, 3, 4, because the sharp doesn't apply once we go over the bar line. In bar 3 we've got more middle C quavers, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and let's have a look at the left hand. We've got a C chord on beat 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got our little movement again. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very similar to line 1. I'll put that together. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 crescendo. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a little rest for our left hand. Let's have a look at the last line, pretty similar to the line above. More of those E and D sharp movements happening. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a decrescendo at the end of that line. You'll also see at the bottom of that line we've got the symbols DC al fine, which is Italian term short for da capo al fine, which means return to the beginning of the music and keep playing until you get to the word fine, which we saw was at the end of the second line. So to play this piece in its entirety, you play all the lines 1 to 4, and then you go back and play line 1 and 2 again. Let's do the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That little movement again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we've got our up to the F chord. Very similar to what we've played before. I'll put that together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And you can see I put the gradually softer dynamic there in the end. And I think I'm done. Apart from saying that, remember, sheet music is just a place to start. Have a look back at my 2 interpretations of this piece to try and have an understanding of that idea. And then go about making your own creation of this wonderful old tune.